Hello, guys, and welcome to the ArchieLuxury live stream, the car show. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Archie.
How you doing, Mike? Hey, Tommy, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Hey, man, I'm okay. Snake, I went out yesterday, did some driving, went to the park, did some more photography.
Nice.
I don't know if you saw the review I posted 12 hours ago.
Of your car?
I didn't.
Yes,
yeah,
on the ArchieLuxury channel.
I'm glad that you're enjoying your car.
Yeah, no, I am really enjoying the car. Tommy, we've got some good news there, Snake. Tommy was going to trade his BMW in on a Tesla. Tesla? Is that correct?
Yeah? No, that's kind of a sideways trade.
Stop.
In my
He's
opinion.
decided to keep the BMW now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got an F30 328i, is that correct?
330i.
330i.
Same car as you've got.
Except it's the previous model, Snake.
Yeah, I have analog. He has digital cluster.
How many Ks do you have? How many miles do you have on your car?
About 50. Well,
so
I think a little
on
more.
Your dashboard, do you have an oil temperature gauge?
That's a great question. I always assumed that was just the standard, cabin. I could go check if you want.
It's below your speedometer on the right hand side. The
lower 80,000 kilometers.
Right hand thing. It'll either be water temperature or oil temperature, one or the other.
Oh, okay.
Now,
yeah, I'm pretty
Tommy,
sure it's water.
Tommy, what were you if you keep the Beamer, how long would you keep it to?
Probably at least another 2-3 years at the least.
What year is your car?
2017.
Yeah. Check your dash. If
Yeah.
you don't have the new and improved dash that Archie has, I'd venture to say that your dash has an oil temperature gauge and not a water gauge.
You want me to go check, Mike?
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
please do.
How do I
We will
tell-
wait. You go and check that. By the way, Mike, I've did some I had to take my wife early this morning to the airport. She's unfortunately got to go to a funeral. She's going to flying up.
Sorry.
Just hang on one tick there. I got some parts. Just 1 minute. Hello, Paul speaking. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, can you order one for me? Okay. Okay. I tell you what, I'm just in a conference call. Let me ring you back. So your name again was Jade. I want one because I got that exact car. So that's the reason. So I got it from West Side actually. So I definitely want one in that blue because that's the same color. Okay, I'll ring you back. I'm just in a Zoom thing. I'll ring you back. Thank you. Sorry about that, Snake. I was getting a model. They got a model of my BMW in the blue.
Yeah.
I want the model, okay?
The model. Oh, the car.
Toy,
the model car.
like a miniature. Yeah, it's
very
exactly
cool.
the same.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I gotta get it. I
was thinking maybe you were buying a rear wing.
No.
The rear trunk. That's a real cool looking addition, by the way.
No. Oh, yes, that would be. I don't really like wings, to be completely honest.
Well, it's not really
with
a
you.
wing. It's just a strip. It's just a little strip that you pull the double-sided tape off, and it sticks to the corner edge of your trunk. But it really adds to the aesthetics to the car. Makes it look a lot more sporty.
Mike.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And it actually helps a tiny bit in mileage.
We got to. Yes, Tommy, tell us,
Yeah,
Tommy.
yeah.
We're in.
So on the right, Mike, there's a picture of an oil thing. Does that mean mine's oil? It goes up to 340
that
degrees.
means you have an oil temperature gauge.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, and you'll notice. Have you noticed that gauge doesn't move for about 10 minutes?
Yeah, it stays on 160 for a while. That's the bottom.
It doesn't come off the pin for about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then it finally starts to move.
Fuck. Is oil temperature gauge better than water? What's the advantage of that, Mike? I'm just curious.
Well, okay, here's the deal. On today's cars, the water temperature is determined by a balancing act with the computer between the electric water pump, not plastic, and the fan. Okay? So it's a balancing act between the fan and the water pump, and whether you have your air conditioning on or not, and the temperature of the day. And it's a balancing act that you don't even need to bother yourself with, okay? It just functions. So it's working or it's not working. Your oil temperature is what's really important, and you really don't want to drive your car hard until your oil is up until the pin is moved up off your needle's moved up off the pin, which means your oil's at about 160, 180 degrees, at which point the oil's now thin enough that you can drive the car hard if you want. And that on any car, on your Honda, it doesn't matter. The oil takes 10 to 15 minutes to get up to temperature on any car, motorcycle, car, anything. And so, yes, I'd say your oil temperature gauge is more important on a car than a water temperature gauge.
Okay.
Because if your water temperature
1 minute
starts.
Hello. Oh, sorry.
Thomas?
Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, if your water system goes bad, your car will sense it. And if your car starts to get hot, your car will go into what's called limp mode. And if you're on the freeway, let's say, and it starts to get hot, you'll notice that you start to lose power, and your pedal you'll floorboard it, and the car might buck and jerk, and you'll slow down, and the car might only allow you to idle along, and it may even shut itself off after a while. It won't allow itself
sorry about
to
that.
overheat.
I just got I think my car cover came, Mike.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look at it. I'm going to do an unboxing live on air here. This was it's a big parcel came. Shit, it's
Ooh.
looking because this was expensive. This was about $150, Mike, and I was a bit disappointed because I went to the discount auto parts supplier, and he had them cheaper, so I felt a bit cheated. Okay, because I kind of
You paid too much.
oh,
for it.
it's actually looking really nice. Look at this show
Oh,
car
nice one.
cover. What do you think of
Beautiful.
that?
Now, Archie, there's something you need to get along with that cover before you use it.
What's that, man?
You know those it's almost like the hand sponge that you bought to wash your car with. It's got little fingers, microfiber fingers that dangle down.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm
Archie
talking
has
about?
that. Yeah, he's already bought that.
Well, you get one of those, but they're long. It's like 2 feet long, and it's on a stick. And before you put your car cover on, you just go over your car really quickly, over the hood and over the top of your car and over your trunk, and get all the dust off your car. It takes 30 seconds to do. Then put your car cover on.
So you don't have the dust that scratches it.
Yeah, if you don't de-dust your car before you put the car cover on, the car cover is just going to grind dust in, and that de-duster's on a stick.
I might wait until I wax the car before I start fucking around with the cover.
But those
And I would only
de-duster
cover
sticks
it.
are available.
I would only cover it when it's clean. Yes, I understand exactly, Mike. That's actually brilliant advice. I got to tell you, KC there. KC, we got 4 Beamers in the house. Beamers in the house.
Nice.
KC.
What do you have, KC?
He's got a
same as Tommy. Mine is a 328i F30. Hey,
He's got a
Tommy, do you know that your engine is the same as Arch? You have the same engine as Arch. Yeah. You have the B48 engines.
I got a B48.
Yep.
I thought he had the N20
turbo.
No, his is already changed. The N20 was phased out after the facelift.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
KC Aquatics, 150 Malaysian ringgits. Happy
All
Valentine's to you and your missus. Thank you so much. KC, I got to tell you something, man.
Yes, sir.
I really fucking love the car.
Yeah, I know, right?
That little turbo 4-banger has all the power you're ever going to need, Arch.
Look,
your car's going to scoot.
Actually, by the way, KC, I did fill her up with premium petrol yesterday, 98.
Yeah.
Oh, that's expensive. Listen to this. $2.12 a liter.
Ooh.
Compared to what?
Yeah, how do we know what that is, Arch? What's a liter?
What is regular? What does regular cost per liter?
Okay, so regular is about $1.70, $8.79.
Okay, so you're paying 25 cents more per gallon, roughly.
That's about what it is
30 cents
here
more
for
a
me.
gallon. So times 10, that's $3 more, $4 more per tank full you're spending to treat your car well.
Okay. To give you an idea, that is 0.2. It's about a quarter of a gallon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
0.26 of a gallon.
Yeah.
Oh, so we multiply that by 4, Mike.
Yep. Multiply that by 4.
Oh, that's well, okay.
Is that expensive?
Yeah, I'm paying $1 for the same petrol here.
Fuck, $1. That's
Holy
it.
Crap.
Yeah, Aussie dollars.
Fuck.
We're moving to Malaysia.
So it's like USD 70 cents.
70 cents.
I paid $5.35 a gallon.
Holy crap,
for
Mike.
super.
It's about the same as mine.
Mine's almost about 4 right now.
Yeah.
Give or take. It's moving up.
So I got to tell you,
are going higher.
I really fucking love the car. Yeah. Like I don't even need to go necessarily that fast. There's a lot of tech in my car, but something that pisses me off, I want to be able to turn the aircon off. In the new console, they don't make that. It's harder to just, I want to turn the air, so I put the fan down to 0.
You
I
don't
think-
have the little button which directly turns the aircon off. Yeah.
Yeah, there should be a button that.
Well, there is a button, but it's kind of like it's climate control.
Multiple
and-
Correct.
screens.
It's integrated into your.
Yeah, it's kind of integrated.
Yeah,
It does
correct.
have
It
the
is on mine
button,
too.
but it's
Mine-
still
Mine
kind of.
automatically turns on with the air conditioning on, and I have to physically
gotta-
turn the AC off every time.
I like to turn the aircon off 30 seconds before I turn the engine off.
Yeah, that's a good
okay.
thing to
Oh,
do.
okay.
Run it on full blast at cold and turn the AC off and let it blow just straight air through the air conditioning system for 30 seconds. It helps dry it out because the air conditioning system creates water. It's basically the same refrigeration system you have in your refrigerator. It creates water. If
Yeah.
you ever noticed cars leaving a puddle of water
Yes, wee-wees.
underneath
They
their
do
car,
wee-wees. I understand exactly correct because it's
Right,
taking
well-
the humidity out of the air.
Wee-wees.
that will stay in your car, and bacteria can grow inside your dashboard and
Mold.
cause a funky smell.
Yes,
Th-
yes.
and,
You just
I
change
under-
the filter. Yeah, cabin
Teslas
filter.
do that, Mike, really badly.
Yep.
So people have to change filters a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's
I-
not even
I
just
gotta
a
be-
filter.
Totally honest with you. If any panelists get a Tesla, you're out of the channel. Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
won't do it. I won't do it. Don't
I'm
worry.
sorry, man.
Looking at
Okay.
the guy on the right, Tommy there.
I'm glad I kept my car.
You know, I'm serious, man. I think, look, I got to tell you, you know, guys, they've got a new BMW, the 330e. It's got a small electric motor, which does about 50 miles, and a normal motor. So they're supposed to use the electric to get to and from work. And then on weekends,
wow.
you get the full, yeah.
It's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid, but I got to be totally honest with you. I kind of would prefer just a gasoline. I think the problem with electric at the moment is that it can be very costly. Once the batteries, they're like an iPhone.
Yeah.
iPhone batteries does not fucking last forever. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
It's a good point.
Yeah, but you know what? That battery's going to last through your lease. No
Oh,
problem.
definitely the lease. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but-
you got nothing to worry about, Arch.
Yeah, but I got to be honest with you, Mike. I'm probably going to be buying the car out, I think.
Well,
wow.
if you do that,
Yeah, I
and
was
you have a
thinking the
problem with
same,
your
Josh, for
battery,
you.
you'll be able
Yeah.
to buy that
'Cause look,
battery.
I'm looking after it. The only time I'd give the car back in the lease once it's finished is if you had an accident or you damaged it or it was a bit of a
Sure.
lemon, you know, had a lot of problems playing
Sure.
up.
Yeah.
You'd say, okay, I just want to give it back. Let's get a new one.
Yeah.
But if it's being a good car, surely you'd keep it a little. See, I got a lot of respect for KC. See, KC has got a car with 150,000 kilometers on it, don't you?
100 coming to 170. Yeah.
Wow.
my car's got 100,000 miles on it.
That's like 160. I kind of like that. I kind of think, you know, because sometimes people say, oh, BMWs won't do this. Well, I think the other thing is too, it depends how you drive the car. If you treat it like shit,
Yeah.
I think you're going to get a lot more trouble.
Sure.
Whereas if you kind of warm it up, just treat it better. By the way, Mike, I started my car today because I took my wife to the airport, and the temperature gauge gets hot really quickly. So I would say that's definitely
it's a
water. That's
I
water.
looked up
Yeah.
your dashboard. It's a water temperature gauge.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing at all.
Cool.
I gotta tell you, some of the tech kind of pisses you off at times.
Yeah. You'll
Yeah.
get used to it. Yeah. You get used to it.
Yeah, it's kind of
Well, the fact your car doesn't have a dipstick, like to check your
Yeah.
oil, you have to scroll
That's-
through a menu
I
on
know.
your dash.
Actually, no. I've got an app on my phone. It tells me my oil level.
Oh, wow.
nice.
Oh, you got the
It's oil.
BMW app, right?
Yes,
Cool.
my
Oh,
BMW.
cool.
Yes.
Um,
Very clever.
my app that I have loaded onto my car actually does the same. It has a whole shitload of functions that aren't normally shown, but
Yes.
because I downloaded this aftermarket app on my phone on my car, it's the
Yeah.
same as putting a chip, a high performance chip in the car, except it's in the form of an app.
Look, actually, I was talking to somebody today and people are making comment there, $1,000 a month is crazy. Well, let me say this to you. I could have set 3-year, 4-year, or 5-year, right? And you can also set how many Ks do you want to do. Obviously, if you're going to set it for 3 years with high Ks, your payments are going to be higher because it depreciates, and also you're factoring the so you pick it in a lease. You kind of pick what you want. So in KC, in my case here, see this car here. At the moment, I'm driving it a fair bit, okay? Because I love it. It's new, right? But I want to reserve this car normally for weekends or when I go out with the wife. It's not really just to go to the shops with. Does that make sense, Casey?
Sure.
And I think for me, that's kind of what I want. I don't want to abuse the shit out of the car. And I kind of, the way I see it is, that's just sensible. It's sensible just to.
Here's an example. I just got back from the grocery store. I parked.
Yes.
When I came back to my car, this lady in a big SUV had parked way to the right. I could barely get into my car, and her 3 kids jumped out of the right side of the car and all opened their car doors right into my car. Boom!
Jesus Christ!
Right into the side of the car.
Did you say
all
anything?
3 kids, stupid little kids, just fucking swing the door open. Luckily, they didn't swing it hard, and it was an SUV, so it hit the window, and it didn't hit my car body.
Would that
put
piss
a
you
dent
off?
in it. Fuck yeah, it pissed me off. I told the kids, "Hey, be careful of my fucking car."
What did they say? Fucking BMW driver. That's what they say.
Mom.
They say fucking BMW driver.
If their mom had turned around and said anything, I would have fucking torn her a new fucking rear end.
But why aren't they careful? You know what? I don't.
The way this bitch parked, I mean, she had 10 feet to the left side, so she could swing her car open with 6 feet to the next car, but she parked way over to the right.
What brand of SUV? Can we get a brand of SUV?
It was a big, giant, like Yukon or a big Escalade.
Yep.
I literally had to like slither into my car and squeeze in and hold myself up and just, I could literally barely get into my car the way she parked. And I hate it when people park that way because there's those lines, and if you park in the middle, everything's cool.
Super chat, Arch.
Thank you so much there for keeping an eye on it. Super chats are very grim at the moment. Michael S, $5. Congrats on the car, Arch. Doesn't it feel? Look, I got to tell you, KC, you're a Rolex man, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Mike's a Rolex man, and Tommy's a. I love watches, but there's nothing like getting into a nice car and going for a drive.
Didn't I tell you,
and
Arch?
Tommy, KC, you're right, KC. I dropped my wife at the airport today, and then I drove home. There's nothing like turning the stereo up.
Yep, the solo drive.
Man. KC, let me tell you a secret. When I had an Alfa Romeo, I had an Alfa Romeo 159. You know the 159?
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to wake up early on a Sunday because the air was cooler. Just to take the car for a drive on a Sunday morning.
My friends still have that car. Yeah, he still has that.
They're a very flawed car. They're very flawed. Like they're a front wheel drive. Fantastic handling, fantastic dynamics. Absolutely the worst fucking plastics. They just just nasty. Alfa Romeo, I love the brand. Just nasty. Like they use like the plastic looks like Coca-Cola bottle plastic.
They've totally lost all sense of design with the new models. The older models were actually good.
I love
looking.
The 159. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. And the Brera,
I was in love with the 146 as well. You know, the smaller version.
Yeah. The one. Actually, we never had the 146 in Australia. We had the 147.
Yep.
I know the 146. It was sort of like a carry on from the Alpha 33.
Yeah.
But I was a huge Alfa Romeo lover. I had that stupid sequential gearbox, you know, that
Yeah.
silly speed. That was fucking garbage.
Yeah, the silly speed. Shell
That's-
speed, right?
What makes me sad is BMW now, in my country, you can't get a manual. Would you get a manual, Snake?
I believe they may have phased out the manual, but I'm not sure if they've phased out the dual clutch transmission. Somebody mentioned they had. If that's so, that's a very sad thing, because the dual clutch transmission it acts like an automatic, it drives like an automatic, but it's still a true to the word gearbox. It's not an automatic transmission. It doesn't have a torque converter. It's got clutches just like a real car. They're just activated by computer, and they're a high performance transmission. They're what you find on all Porsches, and any new supercar will have a dual clutch transmission. Okay. An automatic transmission, it's just fine for everyday driving. Anybody who doesn't performance drive, they're great. Don't sweat it one bit. But if you're a performance driver, or you're an enthusiast, then you don't want an automatic. You want a manual or a dual clutch transmission.
My E30 was a manual, by the way.
Nice.
And
hey, Archie, did I not tell you that you would absolutely love the fact that you're driving in the lap of luxury once you get in it and you get used to it, and you're driving along and you're just like, yeah.
I gotta tell you something. Can I ask you guys
Fucking
something?
A, man. Fucking A.
I want to ask you guys something. I don't think I need any more car. Like, you know how when I got a 318, I thought, you know what, it'd be fantastic if I had a 325i. That was the dream. I wanted a 325i. Okay. But in this 330, I don't think I want any more car.
Yeah, I mean, it is outstanding for what it is, right? You have basically everything that you ever need.
I mean, this car, that size car with that technology.
Yep.
That's it. I don't need an S class. The 5 Series. I don't need the space, because it's a lot of the time it's just me. I think the 3 Series is perfect size.
Ample big.
I would agree. Yeah.
Ample big.
Even in the rear, it's not bad.
No. I had a 135i, and there was no room in the back. But
the thing now is that you have experienced this, right? Yes. If you were to go for the next car, imagine the huge jump you need to be in order to feel satisfied.
The funny thing is, I test drove. My dad bought a 323i in 2009.
Yep.
Silky smooth 6-cylinder.
The E90.
And you know what, Mike? I drove it a few times. He didn't let me drive it much, because that's just how my dad is.
Yep.
But it feels so similar to my car.
Yeah.
Like, it's got the BMW feel, the steering wheel.
Yep.
The new, because he bought it brand new, the new car smell.
Yep.
Look, admittedly, the display is all digital now. Okay, that's all different. Okay, that's all advanced.
Who cares? It's
but
all there.
The leather, the
seating
seating position, how the car feels and handles, exactly the same.
The cockpit.
You
know what? I will say this. The E30 felt really different. The E30, maybe it's because it was a bit underpowered. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it was a manual. It was manual. It was also, okay, the E30 I had, it had cloth seats, whereas these both have leather.
Completely
it was a
different generation. Generation.
Yeah,
of car.
exactly. But I'm surprised
BMW,
the E90 feels so similar to this car now.
BMW runs their generations for 10 years. Okay.
100%. Look, Mikey, I understand the E21, E30, E36, E46, E90, F30, and then G20.
Yep.
Bezels, $2. Hello, BMW. How are you today? The new Beamer. You know what pisses me off? Every time I walk up to the car with the proximity key,
I saw that review.
How do you stop that?
Just throw your key into the car while you're doing the review.
I know.
Look in your booklet that comes with the car, the owner's manual.
Because it kind of pisses me off. I don't want it to automatically, it must be wasting battery when it does that.
Yeah, it does.
What? When you walk close to your car, it beeps or something?
Just the mirrors, they fold out.
It unlocks, it
the
folds
power.
out and all that. Yeah.
You might be able to disable that. You have to look in your owner's manual.
Got an
you
interesting
might be able
comment
to disable that function.
here. E28, that's a 5 Series, and E30 were good cars. The new BMWs don't convince me one bit. A lot of plastics in the motor department, which will break after 10 years. Let me just say this to you. E28 and E30, they weren't that fucking brilliant. They had a lot of plastics as well. I can tell you that. I know about that. The new ones are fucking decades ahead. It's still got the BMW feel. And I was very cynical. I was angry that they dropped the 6. Okay. But you know what? I get it now. I think I get it.
I didn't realize it was a hybrid. You've got a 4 plus the electric power, so you're
no, I don't. I don't have I got an I. That's you're talking about the 330E. I didn't get that one, Mike. I got the fully gasoline. The E one, I was just saying there is this model called the E. I wouldn't buy it because I don't like I think it's 2 systems, which could be very.
Yes.
I don't like that. Yeah. Look, it's a great idea. If you were just on a lease and you didn't give a fuck, sure, it's probably a great car.
Yeah.
But for me, I wanted a fully gasoline
for long-term ownership.
What I'm thinking is, Snake, I wanted to get a gasoline one before they stop the gasoline fully. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking they'll always have gasoline for the next 20 years. I can't see them getting rid of it, but I'd like to have my car as a gasoline at the moment.
Yeah, great decision, Arch. Because over here, right, nobody wants the E, the hybrids. It costs a bomb to replace the battery. It's like
nobody wants the E. You're joking.
Yeah, it's like 15K Aussie dollars to replace the batteries, right? And basically, you're carrying around 5 sets of batteries and extra weight and all that.
And it's not that much better than the petrol either.
Yeah, correct. And it has basically a lousy range if you are going full electric in it. So doesn't make sense.
Look, it's a great idea because you can drive to work with it and you're basically using the electric motor, and then on weekends you're using petrol, right?
You can say that, but not really, because the range is not far enough. So
50 kilometers?
That's the ultimate range, but actual range you might only get like less than 20 or something like that. Yeah.
When you have the E, what it is it's a balancing act. Once again, it takes off on electric, and then the motor starts up and it runs on gas, and the electric motor is only used at certain times, and the computer determines that.
Yep.
It's a balancing act. You don't have any control over it. And
hey, KC, do you run flats? I want to ask you that.
No. I'm using PS4, Michelin PS4.
So in my car, I think the front and rear are different sizes. Yes or no?
Yes, correct. They're staggered sizes.
Yeah.
So the back is
slightly wider in the back. Slightly wider in the back.
What would you do, KC, when I need to change that rubber? Would you put run flats on, or would you put on?
Switch it over to non-run flats.
Get Michelin Pilot Super Sports or Pilot Sport 4s.
Yeah, PS4 perfect. Yeah.
What's that? Tell me that. Tim, what's it called?
Michelin PS4.
Yeah.
PS4. Yeah.
Nice sticky tire that lasts.
Yeah, nice sticky tires.
A long time.
Yep.
And did you buy a spare for the boot?
No, I don't. I just have a.
I've seen a run flat in different country. The G20 can actually have a compact flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are junk.
Would you buy that? Was that worth buying or not?
No, because you know what happens if you have a rear flat. Okay, that
it's different size.
Expands out. Okay, it's like this weird tire that folds up when it deflates to a small diameter, so it fits in your trunk. But you air it up, okay? when you get a flat, and then you
Yeah.
put it on the back if you have a back flat, and then you have 2 different diameter tires on the rear of your car. And that's why they say never drive over 45 miles an hour, because to your car's rear differential, you're going around a turn. Your right tire is spinning 3 times faster than your left tire.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
burn your rear differential out faster than you can fucking say Jack Robinson. And so
okay.
you just want to carry a can of Fix-A-Flat. Any flat you get.
I don't like that Fix-A-Flat. I heard what happened when you had it in your fucking Saturn.
Oh, well, you keep it in your trunk.
I know, but still, bang!
Keep it
Fuck
in a
me
bag.
Dead. Fix-A-flat.
Keep it in
a
heavy-duty bag. Yeah, I put 2 cans of Fix-A-Flat on the front seat of my car on a 100-degree day, and the cans exploded in the car and blew Fix-A-Flat all over the inside of my car.
I almost going to ban you from the channel when you told me that story. That's not a way to be respectful.
That was on a piece of shit Saturn that I had driven for 11 years.
I like the Saturns.
I love
were
my
supposed
Saturn.
to be revolutionary.
I gave it to my
Remember when
partner.
GM was going to beat the Japanese at their own game?
Yeah, no, that was a solid car, man. Mine had hundreds of almost 170,000 miles on it when I gave it to my partner, and then he was a younger kid and drove like a fucking dumb shit and fucking wrecked it, and that was the end of that. But
tell me this, KC, how much better is a Porsche compared to a 3 Series BMW?
Oh, it's a driving. It's a totally different feel.
Yeah, that's one.
It's
that's
a totally
you
different
just
feel.
you just like there's 2 different levels.
Tell me this: if I got a Boxster, how different is a? I suppose it's one's a sedan.
A Boxster and a 330 is a sideways move. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a 50-50 split ratio, weight ratio. So, the thing is that you have a mid-engine, right, and cornering wise, but you're not going to be driving that type of speed anymore, right, Arch? So you might not really feel it.
The new Boxsters are pretty sharp. The old Boxsters were kind of ugly. You really don't want one, and they can be had for dirt cheap. The new Boxsters are pretty badass. The new Caymans are awesome.
But you know what? I don't like Caymans. Caymans, that's the SUVs. I want a sedan.
No, that's the Cayenne.
That's the Cayenne.
Oh, the Cayenne. The Cayman is the coupe Boxster.
The coupe version, yeah.
Look, tell me this. I noticed, KC, you went with a 4-door. What stopped you going for a coupe?
No, I previously I had a sort of like coupe ride with the Mini Cooper, but 4-door is more suitable for me. I can carry my family around and all that. And basically, the next car will be back to the coupe.
Tell me this.
2-door. Yeah.
Nice. I'm very interested to hear that the E's are not wanted. They don't like the electric, the hybrid one in Malaysia.
Yeah, like I said, the weather is not suitable for hybrids here.
The battery
basically screws up the battery. Yeah.
So
they don't last, and it costs like 15,000 to replace the batteries only. We are not even talking about the inverters and all that, right? Just the batteries alone will cost you 15K.
It's very complicated too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very complicated. Yeah. You bring it back to a dealership. Yeah.
Yeah.
In America, all the electric is dying other than Tesla. Everything depreciates like a stone.
Yeah.
And it costs a lot to charge as well.
Yeah, home. Nobody wants it. No one has good enough range. Nobody's interested in them. It's horrible.
Yeah.
BMW
the only electric car really that's worth owning is a Tesla. And
I heard Tesla quality isn't the greatest. I've heard Tesla quality.
They're not.
Build quality is shit.
They still kick ass, and they are they're cutting edge as far as electronic cars go. Granted, they're not the best, but what I just was in a conversation with a guy who owned the same car as we own, and he said, I owned it for 30 miles and it died on the freeway, just lost all power. And then I took it in and they said it needed a computer update. That was the problem. So they gave it back to him.
Tesla.
Another 30 miles later, it caught on fire.
Which car are you talking about, Mike?
This is like a 335i, some
BMW.
similar car, BMW. And so my conclusion is that every once in a while there's a dud Okay.
Yeah.
You just every once in a while, you know, they put a dud out. Maybe a guy's in a bad mood on a Friday, on a Monday, and he just fucking, you know, whatever. You know, the computer or the robot was in a bad mood. I don't know, but every once in a while you get a dud, and you get that person that says, "Oh, I have this problem, and that problem, and this problem, and that problem is the biggest piece of shit I ever owned," and then you get the fact that I tell you right now, every third car on the fucking road is a BMW 330, 328i, 335i. Every fucking third car on the road is a BMW. That's got to tell you something, okay? You know, if they're that big of a piece of shit, why is there more BMWs on the road than damn near any other car fucking made? Okay.
Did Tesla outsell BMW this year, or were they close? Because they're the most or second most sold car right now. Tesla's, I think, in a certain segment. I think BMW.
I'm not sure, but my friend
Tesla
bought
has
a Tesla.
big tie-in with Mercedes Benz. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, well,
Really?
they are sweet cars. I mean, the big Tesla S. I mean, that is a luxury car, man. I mean, they're sweet looking inside, they're sweet looking outside. The only problem is they're tanks. They weigh a ton.
Yep, over 4,000 pounds. Yep.
They are fast as shit. Like I wouldn't even dream of racing one from a stoplight because they're able to put all their power down from zero, whereas my engine has to rev up really high to be able to lay the power down. So while I'm like taking off, they're fucking already at the next stoplight.
Absolutely.
And that's the bottom line with high powered electric cars, because the Tesla has three motors. It's got two motors on the front wheels and one big motor that powers the rear wheels, and it can lay a shitload of power down, man. It can lay like 600 horsepower down when you want, and there's not much on the road that'll fucking touch a Tesla from stoplight to stoplight. Now, get on the freeway. After about 120 miles an hour, that's when they kind of peak out, and my car just goes right on by because the electric motors rev to a certain RPM and then they just cap off. You know,
correct.
And so, whereas gas motors, you know, you can just keep on revving them and revving them and revving them until you take them to red line.
So Arch, you were saying that. Yeah, you were saying that you're planning to buy off your car, right, at the end of the lease?
Yeah. Look. I don't have to make the decision now, right?
Yeah, you can make it further down.
Of course.
So I mean, look. Obviously, if I had an accident, a smack in it.
Yeah.
No. If it gets damaged in any way, you don't want to keep it.
Yeah. Exactly. So when you do that, right? There's a thing called the final maintenance or final check, if you have it. And that's where you have them change every single part that you can. You squeeze, get them to change everything that's under warranty, and then you basically
when's that? Sorry.
You know the final service before your lease ends, and if you're planning to buy out
the
car,
warranty is actually 3 years.
Okay. So
that's
you can do that
at
the end of
10.
Yeah, at the end of 3 years, the final
Make sure
one.
they check everything. Is that a good idea? Are they honest? Are they honest, Pat?
What you can do is you can get a list of parts that usually people change, and it's quite a lot of money actually. It's like 20K sometimes. You can get them to change up to 20K. Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah. My car, my
that's what we do over here. Yeah.
My 08
where do you get that list from?
Oh, I can send it through to you. I can get it from a friend. Yeah.
My 08 135 was still under warranty. I took it in for a oil change or something and needed new brakes. And when I got the car back, it had brand new brakes on it because it was still under warranty.
Here we go. We got a super chat in from NV Scotsman, $3. $3 to wrap this shit up. What does he mean by that?
He means put a wrap on your car. Wrap it with no, I think he's talking negatively, but a lot of people put what's called a wrap on their car. Archie.
No, I don't like that. I
know, but it does protect the paint.
Ronnie needs a link.
Ronnie needs a link. Yes, guys, we're posting a
let's
link
get Ronnie
here.
on.
Yeah, Ronnie's great fun. I've got to tell you, I don't like wraps. I remember I went in a Gallardo, a Lamborghini Gallardo. It was actually a black car that had a white wrap on it. It looked shit. It looked shit. I like
if
glossy
they're not
paint.
done right, they
You
can
know
look
what?
really bad.
I want to wax my car. Do you understand? I really want to wax it and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Car new.
That's old school, Arch. They don't do that anymore nowadays. You ceramic
that?
coat it. You ceramic coat it. I used to
ceramic
wax my car as well. Yeah, so we don't do that nowadays.
Why?
Yeah, because ceramic coating does such a great job, right? You don't really need to do waxing
So you
anymore.
just need to wash it?
Yeah, you just wash it, and it's so easy to wash, right? Sometimes I don't even use soap because it just rinses off.
Yeah, the water just beads right off. Yeah, it's just like a fresh wax job. You hose your car, and the wax and the dirt.
Hello,
just beads
Ronnie
right
Paul.
off.
How are you?
Hey,
Good.
Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Uploaded some more video yesterday. Did you see it?
Of course I saw it, man. Been
What
waiting
did you
for
think,
it.
man?
Looks great. I mean, you even opened up the hood and showed the engine and everything. Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to go back and watch that video. I'll watch it, Arch. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's on the ArchieLuxury channel. Ronnie Paul, I really love my car. Can I say that to you? I really love my car. And
Archie, I couldn't really tell because when you were showing off your car, I could see the dirt on the floor mats.
yeah, no, I just driven there.
That is sacrilege.
I know,
Oh,
I know. I got a vac. I want to see. Look. The thing is this, right? I want to use my car. I do want to use it, right? This was the first trip. Do I cancel the outing because the car? Look. I want to use. I don't want to be. Look, in my country, with quite a hot climate, Ronnie Paul, we don't have salt on the roads. Fuck it, just use it. You know what I mean?
I'm teasing you, Arch. We're in two different areas of the world, so things run a little differently.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what I saw on the highway coming back? I dropped my wife off today. I saw the most beautiful
roadkill
Chevy Camaro. You know, a new Camaro. You know the new Camaro?
Yeah.
Camaro, yeah.
It was in the orange. Fuck, it looked absolutely. Look, I'm not a big American muscle car, but fuck, it looked good there. M3, what's he saying? If you pay off after 3 years of a 5-year lease, most of the rest of the payments are interest. So paying final payment on 3 years to 3 years is good idea, and you own. Look, they set the term. Okay, I can tell you exactly the figures. You want to know the figures? I got the lease right in front of me. The total lease charges over 5 years is $17,000.
Okay.
Now, let me explain it to you. Let me tell you the terms, just if you're curious. It's an $81,000 car because I got 5-year service pack with window tinting. Okay. It's a 330i M Sport, and it's a demonstrator. I had just over 4,000 kilometers on it.
You get a 5-year extended warranty?
I got 5-year service pack, 3-year warranty, 5-year service pack. They don't have extended warranty in Australia.
So that means 5 years of oil changes?
5 years of basic maintenance besides brakes and windscreen wipers.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
Look, it is what it is. Okay,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, when the brakes wear out, they wear out. It'll be a long
put down
ways down the road.
I put down $11,660. The repayments are $1,029 a month. The balloon at the end of 5 years is $24,534. There you go.
So be paying almost $100,000.
Sorry.
So wouldn't that be almost $100,000 then?
Yeah, but that's financing the money for 5 years.
Yeah,
so what?
yeah.
No,
Is that
terrible?
I was just.
I mean,
no, I don't think so.
The money's 6.99. That's the interest rate. Not the greatest rate, not the worst rate.
Yeah. It's just
You know
like
what?
a Rolex, man. You're paying to play. You're paying a little extra, buying gray.
Look,
You're paying to play.
Could I have paid cash for it? I didn't have the cash.
Yeah.
I didn't have the cash.
I didn't have the time.
So what do I do? Do I wait until I'm 60 and then buy it for cash?
Definitely not.
No.
Just like I didn't have the patience or the time to wait for a fucking AD for waiting lists and all that shit. So I paid gray and bought my sub and paid more for it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm fucking living with it. It's no
I
big deal. You pay extra.
totally-
It's just
I
fucking money.
Look, you know what? How long? I don't. You want to enjoy these? I love my car. I love my car so much. I love it. I love to drive it. You got to be careful. You know, KC, in Australia, in Melbourne, where Suckerhorn's from. See, my BMW is a little bit pimped. It's got the black wheels. It's a bit sporty, right? With the red calipers. You know what happens, KC?
What happened?
In Melbourne, you go out at night and go to a restaurant or something, people will follow you home.
Oh, shit.
And then rob you, steal the car.
Oh, okay.
See, the problem is they need the key butt.
Yep.
Because these modern cars, you can't really hot start them. They're useless without the key.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's pretty nasty. It's pretty damn nasty.
Oh, it's become that bad? Oh, wow.
That's in Melbourne. I'm in Brisbane. Okay, Melbourne's like 2,500 kilometers away, but there is a certain element. I'm not going to name any nationality, but there are people from a certain group who've come to, they're new immigrants who've done a lot of home invasions, and what they'll do is they'll often pick people with fancy cars.
Oh, okay.
And
that's a shame.
It's really fucking terrible. We don't have that not to that extent. I'm in a reasonable area, but you got to be careful. You have to be fucking. And the thing is this, Ronnie Paul, if someone stole your car, would you want it back?
Well, I got a great anti-theft device on my car.
What's
what it's called? You know what it's called?
A battery disconnect?
No, a six-speed manual transmission.
yeah, most people can't drive a manual.
They can't drive a stick.
Can't do shit. Archie, you guys were talking. I know you were joking around. You were briefly joking around about Teslas.
Yes.
So,
by the way, Ronnie Paul, you buy a Tesla, you're out of the fucking panel, okay?
So, anyways, I have a buddy of mine. He posts up on TikTok, so I usually get these recommendations on it, like from the TikTok panel. And one girl posted up a video just recently during this cold weather spell that we're having. Her family owns a Model 3 Tesla. They were in New Jersey in the USA. And they were taking a trip back to Toronto with it.
Yeah.
Heat pumpish, I bet.
So the trip, I took a look at how many kilometers it is from New Jersey to Toronto. It's around 850 kilometers. And if you're driving around 110 to 120 kilometers an hour, you're looking at a little over 7 hours to get back. Well, because that car is an EV and it was so cold.
Oh, good point.
They were driving it home, and every hour they had to stop and get it recharged. And every time they stopped to recharge, they obviously were spending 20 to 30 minutes waiting to recharge that car. So that 7 to 8 hour trip back to Toronto, I did the mathematics, took them an extra almost 2 to 2.5 hours. Because they always had to recharge that fucking car.
Hey, you're going to hear something hilarious? I don't know if you've ever seen the Tesla call-out vehicle.
I was not aware of that.
Call-out
Guess
vehicle?
what happens? You call out a Tesla call-out vehicle when you run out of juice, right? They got a nasty petrol generator they start up.
Yeah.
You understand?
Well, because when you get a Tesla, it comes with a giant inverter charger that charges at really high DC voltage. They're not just plug into the wall.
No, they're special wired.
They have a special charger that you have at home. And it actually costs you about $7 or $10 in electricity to charge that thing overnight.
Yeah, no. I completely look. The electricity doesn't like super hot or super cold.
It definitely doesn't like the cold.
No, but that's look. To be honest with you, gasoline engines actually do like cold weather, don't they?
Yeah, because you don't want it. They'd rather run a little cooler than hot, right?
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And that's what they say with like cars don't like stop start driving. They like if you're driving on the highway, you've got beautiful cool air. Even if it's hot air, it's still
it's blowing. Yeah.
It'll cool it down.
Well,
And
cars have this thing called a thermostat, and it automatically maintains the temperature of the car regardless of what the outside temperature is.
True.
And then if it's a little hot, then your fan will turn on to help out.
Guys, I'm just going to wrap this show up in a minute. How many days a week do you reckon we should do the car? I was thinking car show. I was thinking Friday. This is for American Canadians. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think 3 days a week. What do you reckon, guys?
So for me, Archie, I work late, so I wouldn't be able to reach you. I wouldn't be able to come on a weekday, but Saturdays and Sundays are fine.
Saturdays and Sundays would be good.
Yeah.
I'm usually free.
I actually quite enjoy this. The super chats have been so. They've been look, it's a new thing. There's only 86 people watching.
Today's the Super Bowl too.
Yeah, look, it takes a while. Oh, I missed some super chats, guys. I missed some. You got to tell me, guys, because we gotta love our super chats very quick. Let's go through them. KC, we did KC. Thank you.
No, you
so
didn't
much.
miss anything. Yeah.
Zowie, $3. Talk about collectible cars, please. Yes, I will talk about that. Michael S, congrats on the car, Archie. Oh, I just missed the Zowie. You know what my favorite collectible, because we're talking Beamers, I want to tell you, you know what one of my favorite Beamers is? It's not really that valuable. You know, Jackie Onassis Kennedy in the 70s, she could have had any car she wanted.
Oh, the Bavaria?
She got a BMW in green, Boston green, a 3. You know, the 3.0, that became the 7 Series. Did you guys know that?
Wow.
That was John F. Kennedy's wife. So this is after she was married to Aristotle Onassis, one of the richest men at the time.
My uncle worked for that guy.
What was he like?
He just tells me stories of the Portuguese airline he worked for. I think Onassis was the head of that airline.
Okay. Good things or bad things about Onassis?
He said bad things, but I don't know if it was about him or the guy below him. I can't remember.
Yeah, fair enough. I got to tell you, the BMW, I love those. See, the Mercedes has become really classic, but those Beamers, they weren't loved. The 3 CSL and the CSI, that's the coupe, they became very, very collectible. They became the 6 Series. But the sedan versions never really had their day.
Thomas G, super chat.
Thomas G, €2. Not much viewers. Tim and Marcelo is on plus super. Yeah, that's okay. Look, I'm going to keep going. We're going to keep going with this. I don't want to do it every day. 3 or 4 days a week is enough. Guys, I'm wrapping up. I'm going back over to the ArchieLuxury live stream channel for Watch Talk. I hope it's been enjoyable.
Yep,
and
yeah,
Ronnie,
absolutely fun.
Paul, yeah, I got to clean that. I put dirt on those rugs there because I actually want to clean it off just to get it really nice there.
One of the
experience. Do a video.
Yeah, thank you so
much.
Just
want to get used to the motions.
Exactly. Okay, guys. See you soon. I'm going to jump over on the ArchieLuxury channel.
See you over there.
See you, Paul.
See you guys. Bye.
See ya.